Welcome to PETPIX Academy Show. I'm very excited for you friends because this is one-of-a-kind show. Expect to meet amazing pet influencers who are going to share with us their story to success. Also pet clothing designers and pet experts. My name is Vasi. I'm a professional pet photographer and your host, and I'm going to be sharing with you in our show a lot of very valuable tips and tricks on how you can improve your pictures with your phone, editing apps and strategy, lighting, also how you can grow your social media and so much more. We are also very proud to say, yay, PETPIX Academy Show made it to top 10 in US. This is incredible, but it's just because of your support. The most important, friends, is that all of us, we are very passionate furry parents, and together we are going to have great time, have fun, enjoy it, and grow. And every time when we press the button of our phone, we are going to create timeless memories and the legacy of our babies. So the show begins. Hello, dear friends. Welcome to today's episode. So excited because again today we are featuring one of the very talented designers from Paws in the city. So this amazing lady, she actually lives in Argentina. So English is her second language, but I told her, listen, you probably speak better English than I do. So I'm very excited. I was able to take pictures of some of her models like Holly and like Cooper's brother and sister. And it's amazing. So without further ado, I want to welcome Graciela. So welcome and thank you so much for being here with me.
Oh, thank you to you, Vasi. First of all, I would like to thank you for your invitation and congratulate you for the beautiful pics that I had seen about the dogs in the last show of Paws in the City. It was amazing. And you could capture the best expression of the puppies and create a glamorous atmosphere as well. Oh, they were amazing. I am a little worried because the English is not my native language, but I will try to do my best for you.
You are doing fantastic. Honestly, you're doing really great. And the truth is, I kind of joke with friends nowadays, but at least in Bulgaria, they actually teach us British English. No one really prepares you and they don't teach you about American English. They don't teach you about slang and like short abbreviation. And when I came to US 11 years ago, oh my God, it was so interesting. And I never will forget actually that for a while I was sending every text message to my sister to help me, because for me it was really very challenging. I came to America almost like you speak brilliant English. I came here barely knowing any English, and I thought I did, but I really didn't. So I admire you because again, you speak in lovely English. I love it.
Oh, thank you. You are very kind to me.
And I really mean it. Thank you very much for the compliment about my pictures. The truth is that it was my first time ever. I actually I had 4 couches, 9 backgrounds. I had 2 suitcases and 1 car with me. So I brought 70% of my studio with me. And that's pretty brave. It was my first crazy time to travel 3 states and bring my studio.
But I think it was very exciting for you, yes.
Thank you. And so can you tell our listeners a little more about you and about your inspiration to create the designs?
Well, especially in the last Paws in the City, the last show, these designs were a capsule inspired by a precious fur baby. His name is Cooper. And I met him when his mother asked to pray for him since he was going through his chemo treatment. And this pierced my heart. Not only that an innocent pain has to go through for this, but the suffering of the family and his mother. And then I follow his evolution. Then I found out that he was going to be in Paws in the City. And I said to myself, I want to do something special for him, something that has to do with courage. And I thought about a suit of bullfighter, not because I approve of that practice, but because of the courage to face a risky situation. I also choose him to put all my love in each stitch, and to think of Cooper with love was my way to being close to him, even though I am far away. Then I thought about making an outfit related to Spanish culture for her sister, Lily Rose. She was in her debut in Paws in the City. And I started designing Spanish dresses, more 5 or 6. And when I have to choose one, I think, well, I love all of them. So why not? I can do for the other girls another Spanish dresses. So I asked Jennifer, and she was agree to make a picture, or how do you say in English?
It was a pillow of Cooper.
Yes, a capsule of Spanish culture. But in this case, the inspiration was of Cooper. And I made this special capsule. But most of the time, I see the fabrics, for example, and they inspire me. Instead of having the design and looking for the fabrics, I see the fabrics and they inspire me designs. It's like I have many images on the computer disk and in my imagination. Then I see a cloth or something related, and I extract an image from the disk, something like this.
It's amazing.
Yes, the most beautiful thing about designing is, for me, is to have the possibility of removing something from the imagination and bring to the reality. That is creation, and it's a very powerful sensation, very beautiful. You have in your mind, and you can put in the reality, and this is very nice for me.
I can completely understand.
I grew up in my infamy. In my family, my father has an industry of fabrics.
Oh.
Yes. And my mother is a beautiful paint.
She's a painter. So
she's a painter.
Oh, okay. Yes. So she's actually an artist, and she paints beautiful pictures.
Yes, she's an artist. And she's a very haute couture designer too. And she designs jewelries, and she made hats when she was young. And she exported them to France. She's very talented. And I grew up with this, but it's not my profession. I am a physical therapist, and I work with children with cerebral palsy. This is my work. But after I finish, I love to do this. I think it's a compensation, the art and the other part, and that is very heavy.
Of course, it's very heavy, and thank you for what you do for those kids. I admire you. It's really not easy. It's not for everyone. It's a gift as well by itself.
Oh, thank you. And well, I think when I retire, I will do this all the time. I love to design. I love to sew in. I love to create. All the time I'm thinking, this material, I can use it for that. It's a game. It's very nice.
I understand the feeling, because I feel the same way. Your creative mind, and I know I wake up, even in my sleep, I think about what's my next course, what piece of art I will create, and etc. What the real and virtual art I will create. So I completely understand. And what it's really amazing is that you kind of connect and combine the talents in your family. So you're kind of the next generation of creator, and you combine the legacy of your mom and your dad in one. And even if this is like your passion, it's just so amazing.
Yes, I think about that, and I think it's a way to incorporate my mom and my dad. My dad died, my mom alive. No, it's okay. And I think it's a way to, in this time of my life, incorporate them in my life. Well, I'm an actress. I studied 15 years. As an actress, I love to see films from the past, and I love the costumes, the designs, and my brain is full of images all the time. All the time I use my imagination all the time.
I just love it. I love it. And can I just tell you, going back to Cooper, I remember, so Cooper's mommy, she has been in PETPIX Academy group for a while. And last year, I don't remember what post I posted in my PETPIX Academy paparazzi group. We have like 760 people right now. And I remember her posting Cooper's picture of him with a rose and the hat, and I was very impressed by him. So then when I went to Paws in the city and I met his brother and sister, I had the honor of taking the pictures of two of them, but also of two of them with the pillow of Cooper. So the three of them, which was very special. Really, I felt very touched. I felt like I'm able to tell their story. But so now meeting you, having this honor and hearing your connection, I feel even more connected. And here I want to say thank you to Jennifer from Paws in the City Celebrity Catwalk. Thank you to everyone who volunteered their time. Thank you so much for you donating your gift and talent and honoring these lives, because he did every furry kid matters. And that's the beauty of it, that especially you with the legacy of your father and your mom, connecting it through your beautiful hands and imagination, living in this picture. And I know, because I'm the same way, I know I combined 3-generation artists, and I realized it, and I had the chills a couple of years ago when I really one day was staring in my work, and I'm like, this is my grandma from one side, my grandfather from the other side, my mom and dad, and they are in me. So I know how you feel, but it's so beautiful. And I just have two more questions before we are done. The first one I want to ask you, do you remember about how many outfits did you create? I know it's a hard question.
Maybe, yes, maybe 50.
Wow, that's a lot. Because it's also the shipping from Argentina to US. I mean, it's the material and everything else. And I know many months of not sleeping in between.
For Paws in the City, I make 5 each time. I have been twice because I don't have time to do it because I
work for full time.
Yes, a little bit time at the night and the weekends. And I love to do the details, and it takes a lot of time. I adore to do this. Really, it's as a therapy to me, but it takes more time. Mm-hmm. And this is why I only make 5 or 6, no more, because I don't have time to finish them. But in my history as a designer, I have made 50 outfits. And
that's a lot.
In this show, you can choose the models. And this is wonderful because you can choose design and you have freedom to design. And it's very nice. And for example, I love a New York Pet Fashion Show because they gave us theme and you have to create in relation to this. And this is very nice. It's a challenge to me too.
Mm-hmm.
I
love exciting.
Both ways. Yes. And really, I'm very grateful to Jennifer and first of all to Ada Nieves because she invited me to New York Fashion Show because I create this, but my dogs here in Argentina can use this kind of clothes. And my teacher said to me, we must do an exposition to show this. Yes, I said, because here the people don't use this kind of clothes with the dogs.
Yeah, but they don't.
It's not the same in the United States. So I think Ada and Jennifer give me the opportunity to show my art and my way to design. I'm very grateful to both girls, really.
That's amazing.
Yes, it's a way to express my art.
Yes, and I love it. And I want to thank you so much for being with me today and with our listeners. Again, it's so special, like Argentina and US and Bulgaria. I mean, it's incredible. And thank you again for just being such an incredible and warm person and just giving so much to these babies. It's really incredible. And so, last question, where people can find you? On Facebook, Instagram, how people can.
I have Facebook. I am Graciela Vidal Casas in Facebook, and in Instagram, G Vidal Luxury Couture for Pets.
I love it.
And yes, and well, thank you to you, Vasi, to invite me. This is my first interview. I was very nervous.
You did fantastic. Outstanding job, lady. I love it. Thank you very much. Thank you. And friends, you can find all the information in the description of the podcast. I definitely encourage you to check the Graciela beautiful work. I would say artwork because it is, again, a designer. It's an art. You're very talented, like the rest of the artists and designers from Paws in the City. Thank you again for being such a given person. Thank you for being my first guest from Argentina. I feel very honored, and I'm looking forward. You never know, one day meeting you in person, because again, you never know in this life. That's one thing I learned many years ago when I came to US. And thank you, dear friends, for listening to today's episode. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time when I'm going to share another very special story with you. Enjoy your day and see you soon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I hope you got inspired and you learned some new tips and tricks. Please show us your support. Leave us a review. Share with your friends about us and also about our awesome speaker. You can find all the links and information below in the description of the podcast episode. We have new podcast episode every Tuesday and Thursday. Come and join us in our social media platforms under PETPIX Academy. We have a free training every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time in our Instagram, and also we have 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time in our Facebook group. If you'd like to learn more about our upcoming courses or membership, check our website, PETPIX Academy, and the truth is that we have a lot of resources, so please enjoy it. They're very helpful. So thank you very much for your support, friends. You mean the world to me and the rest of the community, and let's together have fun, create amazing memories, and just enjoy it. Thank you, have a great day, and see you in our next episode. This is Vasi, your host and founder of PETPIX Academy.